Let's talk about the first one. When you got the 11-year-old, was he around?
He was around. Actually, that's the longest. He stayed with me for 6 months because it was so new, you know, just from being this single girl, no kids, and now with the baby. And he's like, I'm going to be there. I'll help you, you know. So he stayed for 6 months. That was the longest we had been together until my daughter turned 4 months. And the things, you know, he had to go back to work and all that. So, yeah, but he was there.
How was that like first initially? I like it that he was here when the baby was born.
Yeah.
And then now he had to go back to work. I'm assuming before you started, before you got married, he was still working far from you.
Exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
so how was that like, you know, when he left and you were there with your, how many months old?
4 months.
4-month-old baby.
4 months.
Yes.
It was quite stressful because now you know, from the start it was just me and him, and now there's, you know, a baby involved, and it's something we are not even planned, because all along we're like, when we have kids, we have to make it work, we have to at least be together. But then things happened and he had to go back to work, you know, like take care of other bigger things than just, So it was stressful for me. Actually, I think for a minute I kind of snapped into depression, you know, just like, how am I supposed to do this, you know? You have to call and he's just calling, how is the baby? But I'm, you know, going just through it on my own was really difficult.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of lost touch for a few months, I can say, before like I started accepting like now, this is the reality, this is the journey, I have to do it, and yeah.
Yes. Okay, we'll get back to you. Hamida.
Yes.
I'm thinking this is a very young relationship.
Yes.
And the baby is only 4 months old.
Yes.
And the dad has to be away.
Yes.
How do you cope with such when the baby is that young?
Wow. I think it takes, first of all, a very strong couple to be able to manage this and make it, in the sense that there has to be a lot of communication and a lot of understanding that, you know, my wife has just had a baby and I'm supposed to be there, but I can't be there because work calls and I have to fend for them, right? So it takes a lot of constant back and forth, you know, communicating, because it's a new baby and each baby comes with their own demands. So the other partner who is away has a responsibility to check in to make sure that he understands, first of all, what is my wife going through and what can I do to support. Yeah, what are you going through as a person, as a new mother? A new mother, that's already a challenge by itself. Yeah, so maybe Becky, just going back a little bit, it is important for us to understand that parenting is very tough. It's one of the most amazing experiences we'll ever have as human beings, but it's also the most challenging. So on top of that, now you add a distance between the two parents, and the child is with one of them. So the parent who is physically with the child, like her,
Yes.
wow. Sometimes you get so frustrated, like if you're saying she was almost snapping. It's like sometimes you don't feel like you're getting enough support from the other person. But you know, they're doing the best that they can from their end. So a lot of communication, a lot of, conversations about what is really happening on the ground.
Yes.
Yeah.